Well, the government has described its mid-year budget as an exercise in prudent stewardship and one that consumers are being assured that no new taxes will be imposed.
But come next year, the government says expect long-anticipated tax structure changes to come into effect and new measures to ensure that government revenue is boosted and protected. Here's Carla Palmer.
There will be no increase in taxes. This according to Prime Minister the Right Honorable Christie as he presented the government's mid-year budget statement. However, he says the government in the near future will be seeking approval to borrow an additional $100 million to retire some of the bills left over from the 2011-2012 fiscal year.
Nevertheless, these bills must be paid.
Since assuming office on May 7, 2012, the government has already implemented its first course of action aimed at growing the economy by reducing its level of short-term bank financing. On Monday, Mr. Christie unveiled his overall fiscal plan of action, some parts of which are already in effect. It begins with making internal adjustments in the public sector. That will involve some reprioritization of capital expenditures, measures to enhance the Customs Department and improve revenue collection, initiatives to strengthen real property tax administration, whereby incentives and waivers are provided through an amnesty program effective March 1st this year, and the rate of excise tax on trucks less than 20 tons is being reduced from 85% to 65%.
That is also expected to generate increased revenue for government through increased purchases of trucks.
In addition to public sector pension reform to be addressed, the government plans to introduce a central revenue agency, implement a broad tax reform package introducing the value-added tax by July 2014, as well as enforce expenditure discipline and accountability across all government ministries, departments and public corporations, addressing urgently, Prime Minister Christie says, electricity consumption, communication costs, and the management of government assets like motor vehicles. The Prime Minister is optimistic that through this medium-term fiscal consolidation plan, the government will arrest the rise in the government's debt-to-GDP ratio and put it on a steady downward path. I'm Carla Palmer for ZNS Network News.
Now, the House of Assembly has adjourned to March 4th at 10 a.m., at which time debate on the mid-year budget is expected to begin.